Shepard, back on the Normandy. Right, just completed Horizon last time. So actually, and I gotta say that was very, not very emotional, but a little emotional. Like, I liked the dialogue, and it, shows that, they had a relationship beforehand, and she really cared, said, I love you. Which I thought was cool, because we don't hear that in, obviously, the first. Yes, I am choosing that. Hey, Ashley, look at my muscles. Look at my muscles, Ashley. But yeah, it's, we don't get that in the first game, so to know that they had that relationship after is good. Yeah, and, I think it really is really good, consistent into the final game that we will get to Mass Effect 3. Shepard, you look ridiculous. Anyway, alright, before we do stuff today, we've got a few codex stuff to get to. So let's get to the codexes of the Praetorians.
Hovering tanks resembling a cross between an octopus and a giant crab. Praetorians are well-armored killing machines of mysterious origin. Praetorians employ redundant systems from the multiple humans encased within them. Armed with eye-mounted particle beams and capable of attacks at close range, they teleport to evade attack while regenerating their shields. Within hours after death, the organic components of Praetorian corpses disintegrate into a denatured pus, while their mechanisms turn to ash. One specimen, autopsied within minutes of death, reveals a clue. Nanomachines may disintegrate the Praetorians' organic and mechanical components before self-destructing. If correct, this self-rendering hypothesis could account for 3 documented cases of dead Praetorians apparently releasing or becoming clouds of neurotoxic gases, causing suffocating paralysis and nearly instant death. In one remote facility, 17 soldiers died from gas inhalation while assessing the Praetorian. Any personnel in the vicinity of dead Praetorians are urged to protect themselves with breathing apparatus.
Damn. Well, what about the one we just killed?
A typical terminus colony possessing minimal tourist value, Horizon promises substantial economic opportunity, especially in providing new products for humans and supplying the Turian hierarchy. Surveyed 18 years ago, Horizon received pilot habitation 4 years later. The colony proper is now 8 years old. Blessed with verdant forests and abundant fresh water, Horizon maintains a colonial culture that thrives as a refuge from the increasing restrictions of Citadel-governed society. Horizon has attracted numerous dissidents, marginal people, and fringe dwellers from across Alliance space.
Corliss.
Known as the Starcraft Cemetery, Corliss was the regional toxic junkyard for centuries. Ships reaching astronautical near-death at connecting mass relays were sent to Corliss, stripped of every useful component, then dumped planetward to clear shipping lanes. Currently, Corliss hosts numerous merc factions, such as the Blue Suns, rumored to be using downed ship fossils to test advanced munitions. Massive gun batteries threaten anyone attempting planetfall, with minimal defenses against ground attack. Because ancient volcanism greenhoused the planet, Corliss was too hot and CO2 rich to develop a biosphere, despite the abundant lakes that could have sponsored the development of life. Now cool enough for protected habitation, but too scorching for anyone but extremophiles and mercenaries seeking secrecy, Corliss supports numerous Krogan outposts. The Krogan have therefore seeded Corliss with hardy Varen, often kept as warhounds. Varen live primarily on a diet of geophagous vermin and each other.
Nice.
Weapons. Based on...
Okay, Krogan Blood Rage. Oh yeah, I wanted to know this. I wanted to actually more interested in this. Feared throughout the galaxy as nightmarishly violent warriors, the Krogan both aided and hobbled to legendary Blood Rage. In the grip of that madness, Krogan became seemingly invincible, but are merely totally unresponsive to pain. Blood and Rage Krogan fight regardless of any injury level. Damn, to the extent of the Krogan shorn of 4 limbs, continual gnashing past brain death until total somatic death. Jeez. Alright, well, I won't read the rest of that. I got what I knew about. Jesus. Does it tell you how to kill them though, which is annoying? The Reaper's secrets, planet Arahot. Nothing is impossible, says the hegemony propaganda poster that depicts a muscular Batarian miner under a arid sky. His rebreather held away. Oh, this... Oh, that's for the DLC, Arrival, yeah. Alright, so we did that. I think I fed the fish. If I turn the music on, is it going to stick? I like this music. Yeah, I like that. That's like... That's a Citadel. Ooh, yeah. And that's off. Alright, I like this one. Hamster! Squeak! Hee 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 hee. Did I read my tongue? Oh right, yeah. Okay, so I don't like to be when reading unread messages. Encrypted transmission from the elusive man, Shepard. I see you've awakened Okir's Krogan. A dangerous decision, but you've got free reign of this operation. If you're certain he'll help a useful member of your team, you've got my support. We need every weapon we can get in this battle. If this grunt proves unreliable and has to be put down, don't lose the body. He's based at least partially on collector technology and could offer useful genetic data. But again, you are in charge. That's the best Machine Lucy Man voice I can get. Alright, entitled. Title, untitled. From error, invalid sender name. Hey Shepard, I heard I have you to thank for getting out of purgatory. Send a ship around. They didn't weapons check me good enough. I'm gonna carve your name instead of mine into the next victim as thanks. Got anyone you need dead? You did take a shot at me though on my way out, so I have to kill you. See how that goes. Dad told me that you let anyone hurt you. Yes it is, so you make sure you send a message. Not like I'm sending now though. See you around. The people who live here are come back from showtime. Looks like Billy. Who is that? Who was that? Purgatory. Wait, I can't remember which one was Purgatory. Right. Oops. Oh, right, that was the thing. That was the jail. Can you help? Okay, so... Can you help from Robin Reef? Commander, the Alliance soldier here gave me this contact information. I hope this reaches you. You said you were trying to stop these collectors. They took my son and my brother. Have you found them? Do you know where they are? I know you're looking, but so many people are just gone. Every family has lost someone. The children are the worst. Empty desks at the school's winter clothes never gone so warm. Please, the Alliance isn't doing anything. The Council isn't doing anything. If you find out people, I'm begging you to do something. Damn. Lost contact with the survey ship. Ah, the Firewalker. Yep, and the Overlord, and now the Shadow Broker. We are aware from Cerberus information processed to Shepard. We are aware of your old friend Liara Tassoni has been hunting for the Shadow Broker for several years. We wouldn't mind helping her in that hunt. Given the broker's past work for the Collectors, we recently uncovered some information that might give Liara a lead to where find the Shadow Broker's base of operations. But unfortunately, she doesn't have much faith in Cerberus intel. If you'd visit Ilium and pass it on to her, suggest your goodwill, we'd appreciate it. So that headshot damage 10%, reduces shields, recharge time, health by 5. It's still the best one. Delay for regenerating, increases health by 5. Don't have anything there. Spare ammo capacity. I mean, I need my... But that's health, though. Health goes down so easily. Increases health by 10%. Shield strength by 3%. But the 10%'s pretty good, so... Alright, we're done here in my cabin. So I need to go see Jacob about his thing, and Ren about her thing. Morden, get up. Anyway, Morden, how are you? Do we have any more upgrades? Nope, we're up to date there. Armor upgrades. Biotic damage. 0, only 500. Here we go. Prototypes. Advanced training. Retain powers. What is it? Wait. Oh, there's different. Advanced training allows Shepard to reallocate points to powers. No additional points are granted. Shepard can complete this. Oh. Each time the project is complete, all points spending powers will be reset. Access to the squad meter resend points immediately. Okay. Oh, is that going to be for everyone though? Oh, I don't want to do that. Oh no, that Shepard. Is that going to be for everyone or just me though? So I wouldn't mind, I think, resetting something. Better be just me. So yeah, disruptor ammo does nothing. Incinerate's pretty cool. Cryo ammo is cool too, though. Cryo ammo's been great. Incinerate's pretty cool too, though. Yeah, so enhanced cloak, cryo ammo, incinerate, operative for the health damage, and my that and that. Yep. I need to know what I initially had there, though. I need to know what I actually had, though. It was the same. It was the same anyway. Yeah, I thought it was. Do I need disruptor ammo? It's not really that good.
Shepard, how can I help?
Any ideas on other ways to prepare for the collectors?
Sorry, have done what I can. Focusing on studying collector tech now.
Have you got a minute to talk?
Having trouble working between your interruptions and Edie's insistence that
Hey.
insane experiments endanger entire crew. Hard to concentrate. Affecting morale. Anything else?
I'll let you work.
We'll be here if you need me.
I don't know how I got my Paragon up so much, but anyway. Jacob.
Commander, sorry I'm a little unfocused. Personal matter. It won't affect my duties.
If it affects my crew, it's my business.
Sir, I don't want to distract from our mission, especially if it turns out to be nothing. But... well, I got pinged by a ghost the other night. Family.
It's only a waste of time if you jerk me around. What is it?
Wow.
My father was first officer on a ship that went missing 10 years ago. I had not talked to him for 3 years prior. His ship, the Hugo Gernsback, sent an SOS last week, reporting a crash and a request for rescue. Just like that, out of the black. I'm not convinced it isn't just some automated distress signal ticking over. It's been too long.
You'd like us to go take a look at the wreck? See if it's legit?
If the coordinates aren't too far out of our way, I could at least verify the wreck. Who knows, maybe there is actually someone out there. I want to also mention that I don't make a habit of looking for random SOS signals. This was passed to my personal log through Cerberus filters.
Any signs that this was a Cerberus front? Who passed this to you?
I doubt the elusive man would let a direct operation stake hold this long. If there's a link, it's probably just about money. Cerberus needs diverse holdings to fund projects like, well, you. And whoever sent this my way covered their tracks. Someone could be fishing for favors, or thought it would get under my skin. Who knows with that bunch?
You didn't get along with your father?
He made no apologies, I'll give him that. You make a mistake, you own up to it, even if you keep making it. Whatever problems we had were a lifetime ago. I've had 10 years to get to where I am. And as far as I know, he's still a ghost.
Tell me about the Hugo Gernsback and what it was doing.
Privately held frigate. I looked over the mission brief when it disappeared. Nothing stood out. Typical research and grab operation. Find an uncharted planet, stake a claim, and establish as large a presence as you can as fast as possible to shut out competitors.
I think we can spare the time. Pass the coordinates to Joker.
I appreciate that, Commander. I don't expect more than dusty old bones, but it'll be good to close the record.
Basically what I'm doing, I want to get as much Renegade as possible before the next main section, because after that it's going to be not
Miranda wants to see you, Commander.
full Paragon Shepard, but mostly.
I don't know what to feel about Grunt. My psych reports refer Oak here. We have no guarantees that Grunt is mentally stable. I get the feeling he just doesn't care about anything, including who lives or dies.
I'll protect you.
Don't worry, Kelly. I wouldn't let him touch you.
If there's any touching being done, you'd better be involved.
Okay.
Anyway, what's up?
That'll be all.
It's always nice chatting with you.
Joker, how do you like my outfit?
Commander.
I assume everything is going well up here?
Quiet enough. What the...
Trouble?
No, it's nothing. Son of a... Very funny, Edie. Real original. Stop it.
You did insist on manual control, Mr. Morel.
I assume everything is going
Good
well
for
up
now. Fractured my thumb on the mute, but
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
I hope we can clear... Was there anything else? Just eager to get going.
Any thoughts on how to prepare against the Collectors?
They spec'd this ship to the original Normandy, but you were there. The Collectors cut her like butter. This armor just isn't top of the line anymore. People will die if we don't upgrade. Alliance had some new toys in secret dev before I left. I could try and pull a few favors.
Ship enhancements. Heavy ship armor. 15,000 palladium. Here we go. The Normandy's armor is upgraded.
Miranda wants to see you, Commander.
Me.
I was just thinking about you.
Oh?
Edie has a wicked sense of humor. Or I should say, a really funny lack of one. Sometimes she seems like a person. But when it comes down to it, I can't get past her being a computer. This one security guy keeps staring at me. I think his name is Bert. I'm used to being watched by security, but they're usually staring at my eyes or watching my hands. I might have to start cloaking through the CIC from now on.
Okay.
I usually travel hidden away in cargo bays. It's nice to be able to look out a window for a change. Come back later. I'm sure I'll have more to talk about.
So I think I'm gonna go do Tali's mission.
I haven't had a meal that good in a long time.
I didn't think Rupert had it in him.
So got the dossiers. No, Jesus. How many? Oh, I got a lot of XP to go.
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
Talk to you later, Garrus.
I'll be here if you need me.
Alright, Miranda. You've got your personal matter?
Shepard, I find myself in the unpleasant position of asking for your help. I don't like discussing personal matters, but this is important.
What's going on?
You remember what I told you about Father? Building a dynasty? There was another reason I went to Cerberus for protection. I have a sister, a twin, and he's still hunting her. Cerberus has kept her safe, until now. She's living a normal life on Ilium, safe and hidden from my father.
So why are you sharing the family history with me?
My father's agents have been searching for my sister for years. I believe they've tracked her to Ilium. I've tried to keep her hidden without impacting her life, but I'm out of options. He's too close. I need to relocate my sister's family before it's too late.
Does your sister's family know about this? Are they okay with being relocated?
They know nothing. They're completely uninvolved. Normal. I told Cerberus and they're coming up with a positive reason to move the family.
What do you know about your sister?
She's my genetic twin. We're identical, but she deserves a normal life and she's going to get it no matter what.
What do you need me to do?
My father is extremely persistent. I'd like to go to Ilium when Cerberus is moving the family to make sure none of his agents get too close. My contact's name is Lantea. She'll be waiting for us in the lounge near the Nos Astra docking bay.
Okay. A Paragon or Renegade there. Interesting.
If we have time, I'd like to go to Ilium and relocate my sister's family.
Can you tell me more about relocating your sister?
My father is after my sister. I've kept her hidden for years, but his agents have tracked her to Ilium. I need to help her. You remember what I told you about father? Building a dynasty? There was another reason I went to Cerberus for protection. She's living a normal life on Ilium, safe and hidden from my father.
So you think your father is back?
He's too close. I need to relocate my sister's family before it's too... My contact's name is Lantea.
Okay. Well.
If we have time, I'd like to go to Ilium and
I'll let you know.
Of course, Commander.
So I can't do anything until that's done. Right.
Shepard.
Rods.
Anything in your tank imprints that can make use of the resources we found?
Might have something I could put together. Don't know how useful it will be.
Prototypes. Krogan shotgun. 15,000. Nice.
Shepard.
What are your thoughts about our mission?
I fight. Doesn't matter who for.
Cool.
Did Okir give you any imprints about the collectors?
I see blurry ships, guesswork about strength. Nothing to help pick a weak spot and tear. Okir spent all his time on old hatreds. Whatever he had, it was used up when he made me.
What do you think about the crew?
Good bunch if they stay out of my way. Dead bunch if they don't. Train them good if you want to take on collectors. Some of these aliens are too smooth.
Any more upgrades?
Anything in your tank imprints?
Nothing else I can think of.
Okay.
That's all for now.
Shepard.
Wait.
Shepard.
Just checking in, making sure you're acclimatizing.
The hold is too open. Not enough cover. Armor is limited. Warlord Granth would target here to scatter heavy cargo, then focus on engines. That's what tank imprints show about human ships anyway. It's how I learned from the tank. Old pictures where memory is. Like holding a book for a child. Just remember this picture after picture. No help with finding a reason to care.
What other human info is floating around in there?
Less than a finger deep to sever your spine. You're soft. Solarians, Asari, all soft. Quarians, not so much. Turians, you have to work the blade, I guess. Don't see much point to it, though. Much point. Never mind.
What did Okeer want you to feel about this stuff?
Hate. But the pictures, the aliens in them, they don't do anything. I see blood, craters, but so what? My guts were grown from 1,000 more worthy. The dead were weak. If they were strong, I wouldn't be needed. I don't know why Okeer started teaching. When he turned on the tank the first time, I screamed. Weak, pitiful.
Ignore it. I need a warrior.
You are the perfect Krogan. Can you live up to that? Or will this crap drag you down?
I was built to be the strongest. But maybe weak moments inspire. That seems strange.
Strange.
I need to think. But I am still strong. Say the word and your enemies die. That's enough for you.
Good. Codex.
Asari-made Solaris armor can resist even the tremendous heat and kinetic energy of starship weapons. The armor is nearly unsurpassed in strength because its central material, carbon nanotube sheets woven with diamond chemical vapor deposition, are crushed by mass effect fields into super-dense layers able to withstand extreme temperatures. That process also compensates for diamond's brittleness. Diamond armor itself has two limiting disadvantages. First, while nanotubes and CVD diamond construction has become cheaper in recent years, it remains prohibitively expensive to coat starships or aircraft larger than fighters in Solaris material. Second, the armor must be attached to the ship's superstructure, so shockwaves from massive firepower can still destroy the metals beneath the armor itself. A popular misconception holds that the diamond composition of Solaris armor gives it its sparkle. In fact, atmospheric nitrogen impurities during the superhot forging process give the armor its metallic gray or yellow sheen.
Armor reinforcements really threw off the gravimetric profiles, but engines are good to go. I rebalanced the Gilborn coefficients and adjusted the anterior intakes on the second-tier stabilizers.
I love it when you talk dirty.
What?
What can we do for you, Commander?
Carry on.
Will do, Commander.
Hey, Jack.
Hey.
Tell me about you, Jack. What are you up to?
Still checking out your ship. Wouldn't mind putting her through her paces when you're not around.
If I take you too seriously, I might need to deal with you.
Try it. Anyway, relax. Joyriding doesn't have the thrill it used to. Besides, if I wanted it, I'd take it.
That's so.
I've been around. Ran with gangs, wiped out some gangs, joined a cult. Kept the haircut. I learned how to survive and not be a victim.
It's hard to imagine you in a cult. That usually involves a lot of rules.
I was looking for answers. Drugs and sex and going to a better place. A better place, right. It was all about money. They wanted to take a colony, shake the suckers down to fund their spread, and guess who was their ace in the hole? They were just like the rest. Didn't give one shit about me.
What did you do when you found out?
What do you think?
What did you do when you found out?
What do you think?
Well...
It's hard to imagine you...
I was looking for... They were just like the rest. Didn't give one shit about
What did you do when you found out?
What do you think?
What did you do when you found out?
What do you think?
You must have met some good people, too.
Everybody wants something. And because of that, everything is fair game. Murder, assault, kidnapping, drugs, stealing, arson. Done it all. And that's the boring shit. Piracy, theft of military craft, destruction of a space station, and vandalism. That was a good one.
Do you ever wonder if you could have done things differently?
No.
Shouldn't you?
There's no reason I should be alive, but I am. You know why? Instinct. It's worked for me so far, and I'm not gonna change.
Fine.
Let's drop it, okay? Get back to whatever it is you think we can do.
Well, that's everyone in the ship, I believe, except Zed.
Back for more? Tough fight on Horizon. I fought slavers and kidnapping rings, but nothing like that. Some slavers took a little girl on a colony in the Skepsis system. Girl woke up, fought her way out, got picked up by my band well on her way to Omega. 8 years old. She'd have had no chance on Horizon. Ever been to a Batarian prison? They don't trust you enough to sell you into slavery. That's where they send you. In there you got two choices. Bash your head open on the wall, or kill everyone between you and the exit. I should let you go. Talk more later, Shepard.
Send us to space. Haha. Wait. Now that this has opened up, can I talk to Edie about what this area of the ship is? Nope. Nope. So in 5 missions I need to... I will get that one.
How may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Alright, let's take a look. Oh, we never finished any. Oh, that's right, because we just went friggin' there. We just got a temperate world with a hit a sweet spot with a carbon-based life. Horizon has a nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere maintained by abundant indigenous photosynthetic plants and bacteria, while the native plants are not very palatable to humans. The soil conditions are such handful that introduced Earth species have flourished, and the colonists must have strict care to prevent ecological disasters. Genetically engineered terminate seeds, the conditions with subtle crops to minimize outbreaks are the rule rather than the exception. Animals on Horizon appear to be exploiting in diversity similar to Earth's Cambrian period. Large flying insects and logs take advantage of the thicker than Earth atmosphere and low gravity to grow enormous micro-life, proven relatively vain. A series of vaccinations for the most strains diseases, population 650,000. Right next to the sun, Venture. A pressure cooker planet, Venture's thick nitrogen-based atmosphere is also the source of wealth for a small colonist industry. While Venture's higher temperature are brutal, the prey soup is not acidic as the other hothouse planets, and the xenon can readily collect it and isolate the lower troposphere by recovery bots. This xenon is sold for use in drives and some electric lights. Venture's gravity is relatively low for a planet of this size, making the recovery more ecological than others expected. Wait. Rich. 2 probes. I want the loads.
Probe launched.
that.
Launching probe.
Oh, there's no air. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to come back. Wait. There's no other things? No? Huh. So it's in the Shadow Sea. Let's go to Tali. And I'm sure there's a fuel station here. No, there's no fuel station here either. Aging, dying sun. Gotha. A dwarf planet has a pressure cooker atmosphere that brings its surface temperature to a scorching level. Carbon dioxide and methane are plentiful in the planet's hazy atmosphere. There have been some speculation in the mining community about whether all precious metals were mined by the Quarians before they fled the system. Some centuries ago, rumors abound that anyone could brave Geth in the system could load naturally occurring diamond on Gotha, but this is likely just a starship legend. Is in Geth space, all civilian traffic is prohibited. 66 Earth hours. Rich. Yes.
Launching probe. Probe away.
Element 0.
Probe away. Probe away. Launching probe.
Ooh.
Launching probe.
A lot of element
Probe
0.
away.
Still rich.
Probe launched.
Now they're good.
Probe away. Probe away.
Use 10 probes.
Launching probe.
Poor. Oh. That's it.
Probe launched.
There it is.
Launching probe.
Depleted. Shurim. Once a starship refueling station for Quarians is expanded under Geth rule, thousands of orbital platforms surrounded the planet and its many moons, refined to helium-3. Vast Geth comes and goes between Shurim and Haystrom, preventing all but most stealthy Australia drones. Discovering any information about it, current estimates of the Geth fleet numbers between 5,000 and 10,000 ships with unknown levels. As intelligence estimates, the state of approaching Shurim is torn to suicide. Also in traffic is prohibited. Population is 250,000 to 500,000 platforms. The moderate ones are harder because then you don't know which is good and not.
Launching probe. Launching probe. Launching probe. Probe away. Probe away. Launching probe.
Depleted. Nice. And Haystrom. Oh no, there's an. Yeah, there'll be a Haystrom. But first, I'm gonna come back, and what I'm gonna do, because it's Geth. I'm gonna change my points. Now I hope this is just for me and not. I don't think that's worth it. Now that I'm looking at it, I don't think that's worth it. So I'm just gonna put it back to how it was. Again. Just hacking it, I don't think is worth it. Alright, anyway, I'll be back in a sec. Last thing, let's see what. Okay, so rifles and shotguns. I don't know. Garrus is good. Moran is good. Jack and Morden together were pretty good. Kazumi's good. Man, I don't know. Just not so you. I'm sorry, just something about his character. I don't know. I just didn't like it from the start, so I haven't chosen him since. Formerly a Quarian colony, Haestrom was established to observe the phenomena on Dolan, the system's parent star, to be unstable with a high possibility of erupting prematurely into a red giant. Was lost to the Geth in 1896, soon after all communications from the planet and its attendant space station ceased. The Geth have shown no signs of treating Dolan as a threat over the past 3 centuries, other than establishing several space stations near it. Dolan's magnetic eruptions and solar output overwhelmed most communications near it, and it is unclear how Geth have compensated. Today, spy probe scans indicate extensive orbital construction around Haestrom, housing thousands of Geth platforms and is known number of Geth software mines. It is not known how many Geth are on the planet's surface. Spy probes face interface from Dolan, making remote scanning difficult. Resource estimations based on Geth mining, refined and fabrication practices suggest that the planet has at least 20 more years of use before it is exhausted. Intelligence experts speculate that the Geth have not exploited all of their resources because they wish to keep some in reserve for repairs. Advisory: Haestrom is a Geth stronghold. Military spy drones using cutting-edge technology and used vehicles have returned unharmed space. All civilian traffic is prohibited. Let's go. So I'm taking Grunt, and and I don't know who else. I want to level the playing field. Morden's only been in one mission. Yeah, in terms of missions. Morden's only been in one, Jack's been in one, Kazumi's been in one, Jacob and Miranda have been in 3. Jacob, Miranda, no, Miranda's been more than Jacob as well. 4 to 5. Garrus, I don't know how many Garrus I've got. So got Garrus there. I think Garrus has only been in 2 main missions. Wait. Overload, armor piercing ammo, and a heavy concussive shot. Concussive shot, incendiary ammo, and fortification. We don't have anyone for hacking though. Do we got Kazumi? Morden is Tech, Cryoblast, and Neuroshock, Incinerate. It's getting annoying. I want to level the playing field. Alright, Grunt. Paragon Berserker. Garrus is full? How is that possible? Oh, because I took him last time. That's right. Oh. Grunt. You're taking the Krogan shotgun. Garrus, you're taking that. That's the best one. And I... not that. I'm gonna try this.
Shepard, our data indicates that Tali is somewhere in these ruins. There is considerable geth activity and an environmental hazard. Solar output has overwhelmed Haystrom's protective magnetosphere. Exposure to direct sunlight will damage your shields.
Anyway, let's go. A Krogan and a Turian. Alright. Cryo ammo. Sniper. There we go. Oh, that's right. I forgot. You gotta... Wait a sec. Jesus. Okay, that... Jeez, that generates quickly.
I'm having serious issues with my shields.
So we'll fight from the shade, but no hiding.
The gates are here. I've stayed to buy the other
Kilasalai.
Emergency log entry. The gates are here. I've stayed to buy the others time. Anyone who gets this, find Tali's order. She and that data are all that matters. Kilasalai.
Incoming dropship.
Incoming!
Let's get us down. Garrus, get up.
Yeah, right on your ass!
Nice. I have 2 med gels, so I'm not wasting them. But I'm gonna have to, aren't I? Let's try it. Garrus, get up. I picked you. You better friggin'. Where are they? It's a lot of space there.
Impact shot.
Maybe pistol.
This might be useful.
Medical station. What? Just... There we go.
On the ground, now!
Nice. both dead. Missed. There we go. Oh, good. Finally made it. Alright, let's go down.
Find an alternate path. We're roasting out here.
That was the alternative path, I see. Tempest submachine gun. Awesome.
This is Commander Shepard of the Normandy. I passed a lot of dead Quarians on the way in. You're the first survivors I found.
Damn. Wait. Shepard?
Shepard.
Inspector Tali worked with? Don't know why you're here, but right now any organic is a welcome sight. Patch your radio into channel 617 Theta. We were on a stealth mission, high risk. We found what we were after.
What's the status of your team? How many of you are left?
We were a small squad, dozen Marines plus the science team. We're down to half strength now. Made the synthetic bastards pay for it, though.
What brought you this deep into Geth-controlled space?
You're asking the wrong person, Shepard. I just point and shoot. Something about the sun. It's going bad faster than it should. Some kind of energy problem.
Any idea where the Geth came from?
One of the patrol ships found us. Dropships started raining Geth down on our heads before we could get off-world. Systems under Geth control. We knew they made planetary sweeps periodically. We hoped going low emissions would hide us.
Do we have to worry about the Geth sending in reinforcements?
I don't think so. Their patrol ship hasn't lifted off again. The radiation blocks all off-world communication.
What's your current position?
We're bunkered down at base camp across the valley. I left Tali at a secure shelter, then doubled back to hold the choke point. Getting Tali out safely is our top priority. If you can extract her, we'll keep them off you.
You're gonna throw your life away for research?
Negative. I'm gonna give my life for the migrant fleet. All the difference in the world. I'm no tech expert, Shepard. I'm a Marine. They tell me to shoot. I shoot. They said to protect Tali and the data. You get them out safe. I've done my job.
You've got confirmation that the Geth haven't reached Tali yet?
Affirmative. Left my best men with her. When you get here, you can talk to her on the comm. Every Marine on this rock is sworn to protect Tali Zora. As long as one of us is still drawing air, she'll be safe.
Full position. We'll hit their back ranks.
Wait! Watch your ass! We got a dropship coming in.
Right on your ass.
Is it?
Scratch one.
That's cool. Alright, I found my submachine gun. That's cool. Apparently the Kasumi one in the Kasumi mission's the best one, but I like this one so far. Oh, come on. Got ya. Garrus, change.
I'm on it. Never saw me coming. Hostiles up ahead.
Actually, screw it. Come on. Good night. Good night. Oh yeah. Alright, that's cool. Alright. Oh, there's more of them. God damn it. Oh no. Oh, that was lucky.
I'll put them down.
Only one.
We need a core sample to get a timeline on the rate of radiation increase, but our equipment keeps dying on us. Shepard once used a mining laser to clear some rubble back on Therum. Maybe I can do something similar with demolition charges.
That's tough. Alright. Hopefully. Okay.
We need a core sample to get a timeline on the rate of radiation increase, but our equipment keeps dying on us. Shepard once used a mining laser to clear some rubble back on Therum. Maybe I can do something similar with demolition charges.
On the ground! Ah! Little piece of crap! I'll put them down!
Wait, you're still alive? Fuck off.
There we go.
That's better. Alright, lived and learned. Good, 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 good.
Hostiles! On the ground, now!
There it is. I'm one
What's left to worry about?
Damn it, you. Oh, you sped it up at that time.
On the left! I'll put them down!
Ah! I've got no shield.
soldiers. Ready. Ready, team. Grant. Okay, well, did it for me anyway. I guess it makes up for the times that I'm pretty sure I died a few times in this section the first time, so, and this is, my difficulty is still hardcore, right? Yeah. Warning, this is a warning, get ready.
Send it to the sky. Oh. We might want to move.
Well, are you gonna move? Get the rifle.
This might be useful.
Korean architecture. There's two words you don't expect to hear together.
Why do we care? Anyone choosing to come here should be on their own.
Tali's order to base camp. Come in base camp.
Not yet, Tali.
Tali's order to base camp. Come in base camp.
Wait.
Our ancestors walked these halls with uncovered heads. The sun must have been normal back then. So much space. Walls of stone. It's amazing. I wish my friends could see it. I wish Shepard were here. Tali's order to base camp. Come in base camp. Hello? Is anyone there?
Tali, it's Shepard.
Shepard?
What are you doing in the middle of Get Space?
I've got a mission, remember? It's dangerous, but you don't seem averse to high-risk missions these days.
I'll discuss the mission as soon as the gunfire dies down. Call Rieger and what's left of the Marines got me into the observatory. From where you are, it's through the door and across the field. I got the data I needed and I'm safe for now, but I've got a lot of geth outside.
What's this research you're after?
It's about this world's sun. It's aging faster than it should. I can tell you more about it once we've got fewer geth shooting at us.
Would it help if I brought in the Normandy?
Doubtful. These buildings are centuries old. If you bring down heavy fire, this whole place could collapse on us.
Is anyone else still with you, or are you alone out there?
Rieger had a team of Marines covering me when I ran for the observatory. At least some of them are still alive. I can hear them firing at the geth outside.
It looks like somebody sealed the door against the geth and the console is damaged. Can you get it open on your end?
Let me see. Yes, I can do it. Here. Should be unlocked now. Be careful, Shepard, and please do what you can to keep Rieger alive.
I'm gonna get two. Okay.
They've seen us.
These cowards! The drones can hide!
Damn it.
Felt it! There we go. Perfect. One less to worry about. Yes!
Shield down.
There we go. Scratch one.
Why can I not get in cover? Get in cover. Alright.
I'll put them down!
There we go. Look out!
Lost you.
Scratch one.
Stop it! One more!
One less to worry about. Scratch one.
Wait!
Yes! One less to worry about. There we go.
On the ground, now! One more! Wait! Wait!
Scratch one. There we go.
you're glitched, are you?
Yeah, right on your ass. Time to fight.
Scratch one! One less to worry! If
Weak. Weak. Worthless. You're up.
there we
I'll
go!
put them down. Yeah, right on your ass. Worthless.
Heads up!
Okay.
Worthless.
I'm not going anywhere, man.
Scratch one! Perp!
I'll put them down.
Just move like this!
No.
Time to fight. Wait.
Colossus! Get down!
This is why I follow you, Shepard. Big things.
Big things. Alright.
Over here! Get to cover!
Squad Leader Cal Rieger, Migrant Fleet Marines. We talked on the radio before that dropship arrived. I still got no idea why you're here. This ain't the time to be picky. Tali's inside over there. Jeff killed the rest of my squad, and they're trying to get to her. Best I've been able to do is draw their attention.
How many Geth are out there?
The Geth are near platoon strength, but the Colossus is the worst part. It's got a repair protocol. Huddles up and fixes itself. I can't get a clear shot while it's down like that. I tried to move in closer, and one of the bastards punched a shot clean through my suit.
How bad is your suit damaged?
Combat SEALs clamp down to isolate contamination, and I'm swimming in antibiotics. Geth might get me, but I'm not gonna die from an infection in the middle of a battle. That's just insulting.
What can you tell me about the battlefield?
Right side's got a catwalk with a sniper perch. You could wreak some havoc from there. None of my men made it past the Geth. The middle's got cover, but the damn Colossus has a clear shot at you the whole time, and you've got Geth coming in from both sides. The left gives you some cover from the Colossus, but your ass is hanging out for the Geth. That's how I got shot.
Any ideas on how to deal with the Colossus?
Standard protocol with armature-class units is to sabotage the shields and whittle it down, you know? Kill it with bug bite. But the repair protocol blows that plan to hell. You try to wear it down, it just huddles up and fixes itself. So whatever we do has to scrap that bastard fast. Probably means getting up close, past that cover.
We need to get to Tali. Got any ideas?
Just one! I'm not moving so well, but I can still pull a trigger, and I got a rocket launcher that the sun hasn't fried yet. You move in close. I'll keep the Colossus busy, maybe even drop its shields. With luck, you'll be able to finish it off.
You've done enough, Rieger. You don't need to throw your life away.
Wasn't asking your permission. My job is to keep Tali safe.
We don't have enough people on our side for you to take one for the team. Stand down!
I'm not gonna stand there while you run into enemy fire. They killed my whole squad.
And if you want to honor your squad, watch my back. I need you here in case they bring reinforcements.
All right, Shepard. We'll do it your way. Hit them for me.
Kill us alive.
Hostiles.
Paragon 17, damn.
Fire in the hole. We're
There we go.
worthless.
Close. Okay. Jeep, I'm going. Cover me. Ready, and go. Got it. And that's how you do it. Sit down.
Enemy! Just through my shield!
Why am I in the heat? Oh, get down! Oh, that was close. Haha! Alright, get ready, let's go.
Impact shot!
And stay down. I'll take the shot. Switch up.
Does that do anything? Alright, he's mine. Haha! Kill us alive!
Just a second. I locked
locked the door to keep
I
more
did it in
Geth from
one.
getting
I
inside.
died once,
There,
but I
okay,
did
good.
this section in one. I did it in one. I'm infiltrator, you know what? It's good. It's good. But I think I'm also gotten better myself. Oh, didn't die once. Is there anything else here? Tali's out at the base camp. What was that? Grunt and Garrus. Good.
Just let me finish this download.
Pulse rifle. Garrus, Grunt, Z. That's it.
Thank you, Shepard. If not for you, I would never have made it out of this room. This whole mission has been a disaster. I wish I'd joined you back on Freedom's Progress, but I couldn't let anyone take my place on something this risky.
A lot of Quarians lost their lives here. Was it worth it?
I don't know, Shepard. It wasn't my call. The Admiralty Board believed the information here was worth sacrificing all our lives for. I have to believe that they know what's best.
I didn't ask what some admiral thought. I asked what you thought.
A lot of people died here. Some of them were my friends. All of them were good at their job. That damn data better be worth it. The price was too high.
What can you tell me about your research here?
Haystrom's sun is destabilizing. Back when this was a Quarian colony, it was a normal star. It shouldn't change that quickly.
Any idea what's destabilizing the sun?
If I had to guess, I'd say that it was dark energy affecting the interior of the star. The effect is similar to when stars blow off mass to enter a red giant phase. But Haystrom's sun is far too young for this to be natural.
Whatever the reason, I'm glad I could help. Once you deliver that data, I could use you on the Normandy.
I promised to see this mission through. I did. I can leave with you and send the data to the fleet. And if the admirals have a problem with it, they can go to hell. I just watched the rest of my team die.
Maybe not the whole rest of your team, ma'am.
Rieger, you made it.
Your old captain's as good as you said. Damn Colossus never stood a chance.
Tali's coming with me. I hope that's not a problem.
Not as long as it's her choice.
It is. Thank you, Rieger.
I'll pass the data to the Admiralty Board and let them know what happened. She's all yours now, Shepard. Keep her safe.
Ooh. Alright, level 15. Mission summary. From the elusive map. Recruiter Tali Zaraya from the team. Though loyalty to Shepard, Tali Zaraya's antagonism towards Cerberus necessitates observation. Also sending recon units to examine Geth activities in case activities on Haystrom provoke action. Submachine gun was good, Geth pulse rifle, assault gun damage, heavy pistol damage, and 69,000 credits. Excellent. I would take that as a mission success, seeing I died only once in that mission and none in that last section. Because I figured out from all the strategy when I died all those times last time.
Action, Tali Zora. We're looking forward to having you on the team. Your engineering expertise will really benefit the mission.
I don't know who you are, but Cerberus threatened the security of the migrant fleet. Don't make nice.
You don't have to like them, Tali, but we're on the same side this time.
I assumed that you were undercover, Shepard. Maybe even planning to blow Cerberus up. If that's the case, I'll loan you a grenade. Otherwise, I'm here for you, not for them.
That's all I'm asking, Tali.
Remember, Shepard, these people thought enslaving Thorian creepers and Rachni was a good idea. I'll be in engineering.
Don't forget to introduce yourself to EDI, the ship's new artificial intelligence.
How dare you? Paragon and Renegade are so close to each other. Now the two... Disruptor ammo is doing nothing for me. I'm gonna put it into cryo and incinerate an operative. Alright, let's go get those upgrades.
What's this area of the ship?
No submachine gun damage or anything yet though.
This is the Normandy's technical lab, where you can investigate new research upgrades that will improve ship or team performance. All upgrades can be developed in the Normandy's lab, provided you have acquired the necessary resources.
Assault rifle penetration. Score bonus.
You can find these resources by scanning planets or searching while on missions.
Oh no. PC. Need another upgrade to unlock it.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Not a good time. Trying to map anything else?
I'll let you work.
We'll be here if you need me.
I've got an appointment with Shaira in 3 months.
Oh.
Can't wait.
We're flying into the eye of the storm, and you're thinking about some Asari prostitute?
Hey,
watch it. It's not like that at all. She's... You won't understand
Escort.
unless you meet her.
It's great to see Tali on board, Commander, just like old times. It is her, right? I mean, because with the mask, it's... Ah, never mind.
I assume everything is going well up here?
Good for now. Fractured my thumb on the mute, but I think I made my point.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
I have to go. What are you looking at, Shepard?
I had a wonderful chat with your friend Tali. She's not what I expected from her psych report. I like her.
She's not my friend. She's okay.
Tali's a good friend. We've been through a lot together.
My female intuition says she wants to be more than just good friends.
That can't be right. Our relationship is completely platonic.
It's in her body language. How she turns to you when you enter the room. How she watches your every move. Quarians are so fascinating to me, but they also make me a little sad.
Why do they make you sad?
Their environment suits are so beautiful, but with their immune systems, they're trapped inside. I wonder what they look like under those helmets, or what their skin feels like under
Well,
those
we don't
suits.
know, because we didn't even friggin'
Are you attracted to other species?
Well, part of my job is predicting the motives and feelings of humans and aliens. Intimacy brings understanding. And passion is nice wherever you find it. Character matters, not race or gender. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything. Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Okay, so if we go to Jacob, he's gonna talk about the mission. It's there.
access to life support is restricted.
Hey, Shepard. Mess Sergeant Gardner might just be an evil genius. Emphasis on the evil. The food's gotten better lately, though. I guess his reputation will take time to heal. I'm not really sure what to do with myself. Not much call for thievery aboard a ship. Not a lot of people go in and out of Dr. Chakwa's office, other than to get medical attention, I mean. I hear you shared a drink with her. That's really nice. I imagine with all that's happened, old friends are becoming a luxury. Come back later. I'm sure I'll have more to talk about.
Weren't you originally stationed on Horizon?
Yes. If I hadn't joined Cerberus, I'd be abducted by the Collectors right now.
Wow, you really dodged a bullet.
Yeah, I couldn't take that. They creeped the hell out of me.
Got Jax. So Jax, I think it's updated.
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit?
Talk to you later.
I'll be here if you need me.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Have you got time to talk?
We didn't really have time to chat while taking out Geth on Haystrom, did we? I can't believe so many people died. Thank you again for getting Rieger out alive. All for data about stars blowing up. I hope the Admiralty Board gets some use out of it.
Have you heard any word about Cal Rieger? Did he survive his injuries?
He sent me a message. It looks like he'll make a full recovery. Anytime you get a suit puncture, it's a matter of luck. Rieger got out with a relatively minor infection.
Tell me about the fleet's Admiralty Board.
It's one of two major political powers among my people. The admirals make decisions related to defense or needing immediate action. They also handle major criminal charges, like treason. The other political power is the Conclave, a group of representatives from each ship. They make most of our laws and fleet decisions.
Any news yet on the data you sent?
I'm not likely to hear anything for a while, or on an unsecured channel for that matter.
Having any trouble settling back in on the Normandy?
I like the quiet. I miss the old faces, though. Presley, Engineer Adams, all of them. It doesn't seem right having Cerberus in charge of this ship. Are you sure working for them is the right thing to do?
I caught some tension back on Freedom's Progress, and again when you first came aboard. What happened between Cerberus and the Quarians?
They attacked one of our ships, the Edena. It seems they were attempting to kill or control a young human biotic who was on the fleet. I don't really know the details. I do know that Cerberus made an enemy of the Quarian people.
I don't agree with all Cerberus policies, but they're doing the right thing here, Tali.
For now. But as soon as you no longer serve their needs, be ready for them to turn on you. For now, I should get back to work. Thanks for coming by.
Renegade is still beating the Paragon.
Did you hear that we are sharing our deck with a Krogan?
Well, ain't that PG?
Yeah, what about it? Alright, we're going to my cabin. I'm gonna feed the fish. And call it a day. There you go. And we're done. Wow, we got a lot done, and I really enjoyed today's playthrough because everything went to plan. Anyway, I'll see you, not sure when, maybe Monday, maybe before then, but until then. Squeak.